podcast is brought to you by Speak Spokane, a community-driven podcasting studio space where people from all walks of life can speak and be heard. Follow along with us on Instagram at Speak Spokane and visit speakpodcasting.com to learn more about starting your podcasting journey today.
What is up, beautiful people? This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Auto Skin Detail. Give them a follow on Instagram, like a couple pictures, show them some love. This podcast is also brought to you by Cinder, fulfilling all of your cannabis needs in Spokane. Visit them at cindersmoke.com and order your buds before you get to the store. Let's go! Yo, I'm just happy to be here. What is up? Beautiful people of the world. My name is ExZac Change, and I'm happy to be here today with my friends on 11/20/2020.
Whoa!
He was
and this
waiting
happens
for
to be
that.
this man's birthday.
Oh my goodness! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Zach.
One and only ExZac Change.
Yes.
I have a Jello shot.
Okay.
And, have you ever I don't know, I smoke a lot of weed, so when I look at a Jello shot, sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to remove it and get it into me. I just see that it's there. It's like a thick bath of I can't get you out. That's what I feel like. I just want to break this, or I don't know if I just go in. Or
Well, here, let me put you on, dog.
You just sip it?
Let me put you on. We can get sexual, so I'm gonna take it slow.
Please.
There's a term used in this world called rimming.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Now here's what you're gonna do, baby. You ain't using your tongue, but you're gonna use that pinky or your index.
Oh, so I go in
and
with
you go ahead and use a pinky.
Just a little
Just
start?
a little pinky.
Okay,
just rim
Is
around.
your pinky clean first?
It's not.
Oh, come
really
on, baby.
not
It's
clean.
fine. The dirtier, the better,
I mean,
baby.
it's
Let's
just
go.
me.
The dirtier, the better. So,
It's sticky already, though.
I'll
Is
show
it?
you
Oh, so
sticky.
you just
All right,
rim it?
So just you're gonna rim that all the way around it. Make sure it's off the wall.
This is some Vans.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. How's that
Ooh.
feel?
Honestly,
It's
it feels
moving
really
out of the
good.
way,
It feels really
come
good,
on.
dude.
See, that's real smooth. Hold
That's
it to the
Aqua
mic.
Fresh
If it's
right
going,
No, there you go.
there you go.
You've been to a lot of
now,
raves.
what you do is you squeeze the cup. And see, what you can do is you can kind of squeeze the cup and suck it,
Okay.
or you can kind of get lit it
I
into
don't
your
know
mouth.
if I like that.
That's not ready to blip yet. It's
Yeah.
gonna stick to the bottom of
But
the
you
cup.
can squeeze the cup with it. Just
And then so it's like this.
yeah,
and
you
just
can do it that
blast
way.
It in there.
Yeah, but suck with it too. You gotta pull that bitch back.
Lean with it, then
Why do I feel
rock
like I'm about to
with
breathe it in right now?
You want me to take one with you? I'll take one with you, dog.
Yeah, come on, show me. Hold on, let
it.
me
Watch
get
him
my.
rim it. Watch him rim it,
Nice.
folks. Ooh, he's chunky on the left side.
Oh shit, this one's
He's
see here,
chunky on the
man.
left.
I would, but yeah.
Ooh, you got that flubber.
Oh, see, no, he
shit,
went down
see, I
to the
went a little
bottom.
messy. Yeah, I did go down to the bottom. I
Did you
went
go
all
to the
way
bottom
down
with
to
your
the
Oh,
bottom.
all the way down to the bottom.
So like to get it off the bottom. Yeah, get it off the bottom. So you can move it.
That's
Yeah.
like riding a wave.
I guess I should have mentioned
Now,
that.
what
My
about your
bad.
I like
finger?
So now you're gonna just.
He did inhale it, folks.
Holy shit!
That was
That's how you
good,
do it.
too.
All right, let's do another one.
Damn.
Oh,
I'm already done with mine.
I feel like a professional now.
Yeah, take it off.
No,
No,
I'm like
I
I
already
can
took like
load
3
it.
or 4 of them.
Have you?
Yeah, at the house.
Are you lying?
Did y'all not serve me up?
Okay. Well, if you took 3 or 4, then look at that rim job.
Ooh, that boy smooth with it. I've seen
ready?
that before. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now, folks at home,
You gotta touch the floor.
you know how to take a Jello shot.
No, but
And if you're around your family, please make it sexual.
My question
That'll be
is-
fucking awesome. Thanksgiving's like right around the corner. It'll be the most awkward shit. Shout out to your uncles.
hey, my
The
question
ones that
is
are
this.
already weird.
Now that COVID and all that stuff's happening, like, how are you supposed to keep your pinky clean to do that?
If you
Can
ever
you just use your tongue for it, basically?
I don't know. Some people got filthy mouths.
Do they?
They're dirty. Like you know, how, like some people you just walk up and they just got hot breath.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I got that Gene Simmons tongue, bro. I can scoop it out of that bitch.
let's see it. Let's see it. Okay.
Whoa, he
okay,
wasn't
does.
lying.
He does. Okay, that's
Damn.
interesting.
He could dig it out while it's still sitting on the table. Whoa, that sounded a little.
It don't matter what it
It
sounds
don't
like.
matter what it
It
sounds.
mattered what it looked
You
like.
let
And what it feel like.
Let
But
the
anyway,
audience
dog.
be the judge of what it's.
But dog, it's your birthday. Another, what would you say that? You're like, another trip around the sun.
I hate it when people say that.
Getting all philosophical. You know, I'm just a small blimp in the universe. And bro, another trip around the sun. Here I am, bro. But how do you feel, man? Like, what do you feel like this last year's taught
It's
you?
weird. It's crazy because it's like we really do just base it on like the whole year now, because it used to just your birthday was the day, right? And honestly, it's been the day. Like my friend Raven drove in from Seattle.
Shout out to Raven one time.
And came in, brought some Jello shots, brought some excitement, and that made the day really special. But also, it's like the year, right? It's like a time to think back of like the last 365, and it's been really good, man. Despite COVID and all that crazy stuff that happens, I feel like we still I've never stopped working on both ends.
Thank
So
God,
with the
fortunately, right?
music, with my normal job, like everything's just been still cooking. So everything's really good. And I honestly think that things have gotten better. And I think that it's like COVID's a horrible thing, but I also think that it's for people like us and me specifically, it's really kind of leveled the playing field as far as now's the time to get creative and do something that nobody else is doing.
I feel that.
So it's brought a lot of excitement in these later months leading up to where we're at right now, to just, to be here at Speak Studios for our 3rd episode. Shout out to Brennan. Shout out to Speak
Shout
Studios.
out to that boy. I got that. He
And-
looks so good behind that computer.
And then my team, man. Like we built a team, and then we made it real, and then now we're here. And that's a trip. So it's cool to look back and just be thankful for the things that we have. So
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Every-
Is there like one thing that kind of, or a couple of things that kind of stuck out the most, like that aha kind of moment? Because I know like through the year it always happens. Like you'll figure something out either about yourself or something in the game of life that's just like, oh shit, like.
Well, for me, it was like I got a feature on a song with my boy John motherfucking Ward this year. It was this song called Make It Right, this sensual soul song that just spoke to me. I don't know. It's like one of those songs that you listen to it and you literally are like, oh, yeah, I probably heard this on the radio before. And it's just like such an original piece. And I got to be a part of that. So that was cool, bro. And I thank you for that.
Dude, man,
That was cool. And then, you came up here too. So it was like you being here right now, and now we're chasing something real. That shit hits different.
no, it hit
rather
different.
than when you're sitting on a phone or you're doing Zoom calls, like when it's in the flesh and we're seeing it happen.
That's
cool.
that's the trippiest part about it too. Is I met y'all a year ago. And then, we were on Zoom calls, and I'm like, man, I'm about to be living with these motherfuckers.
It still didn't even feel like, to us, I feel like it didn't feel real, because it was just like, oh, yeah, living. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's going to come up, okay. And then when you were here, it was just like, oh, shit. And then when we did the first video, and then the second video, and now we're in the song, and we're in the process of recording the 3rd single.
Put it on my tab for the undercover low.
Man, so much that we can't say. And I wish I could say, but we got a lot coming. I'm so stoked for what this next one's gonna bring us. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys.
Dude, of course.
I'm happy to be here for real.
Appreciate y'all too.
And by the way, one thing's kind of trippy though, like we celebrate the year we came out of our mom's cooter. You know what I'm saying? Every year we're just like, you know what? Fuck yeah, this dead, declare mine.
That's true.
I'm gonna hold it down. Cause on my birthdays, dog, I'm not gonna lie, I go stupid.
You go stupid?
I forget myself sometimes.
Dang.
Yeah, there's something about the stars. I don't know. I'm just playing. I don't believe that shit. The fuck?
Yeah, your horoscope. You don't believe in that?
I mean, no. Here's the thing: is I don't know enough, because I can sit here and be like, man, that shit fake. But then I'm over here talking about I pray to God every day. How do I know?
As you should.
But like it's one of those things. Like, how do you know? Like, what?
It's called faith.
Faith.
And I think the one big thing is that if you feel it in your stomach, you feel you know it's real, because you have to go with your gut, which is so cheesy, but seriously, you gotta, you kind of know what's right. And when I look up at the stars,
Oh yeah.
They say he's a Scorpio. And then I get real emotional and go fucking hide inside.
Well, if you just read what it says, like your day's supposed to be like, it's spot on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And then the argument is, well, they gear everything to apply to everybody.
yeah. And then you read the rest of them, and you're just like, that's not me.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
not me.
I don't know. They're all so bright. I feel like everyone relates to me. I'll be like, oh, goddamn, in one aspect for sure. And then I read the next one. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, that one too.
What are you?
It's weird. I'm a Capri Sun.
He's a Capricorn.
Actually, I'm a Digimon.
He's a Calypso.
I am an Aquarius.
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 January 21st. Like I'm on the border of like Aquarius and I don't think it's Capricorn.
The cusp.
The cusp. Yeah. It's like I'm right.
I don't like
there.
that word. It's weird.
It is okay. Question: what words make y'all feel uncomfortable?
Cusp.
Cusp. Okay, other than cusp, do you have like a word that's like, ugh, why'd you say that?
I say all the words.
Every-
Chode.
That's another word that makes me feel uncomfortable.
That one is weird. I mean, you're anywhere
Because it's just short and fat.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or when somebody uses it out of context, like it's just like interesting word choice. Like, oh, I don't know why it's all chody like that. It's like,
Well, you know, a lot of people's is moist.
oh yeah. Moist
Damp.
is weird. Damp. I don't know. It's one of those things, man. I do. And see, what's funny is as an artist, we're digging deep into the pocket of like, what the fuck can I rhyme? You know what I'm saying? Like we're looking at verbs now,
Just
everything.
for the record, give me one thing that you can rhyme moist with.
Choice.
That was my first one.
Put a T on the end.
I'm gonna drop you with a hoist. All right, or
I thought it was only last names that you could rhyme with it. I was
like,
hoist. That's good. That's a good
You
one.
made a choice to be moist
Okay, that goes.
while
Okay,
I'm
that
hollering
rhymes.
at Joyce,
ooh,
and she's rolling in the Rolls Royce.
Okay. He's right. He's right.
and keep going.
Okay, all right.
There's
While
not
they're
more.
listening to my
There's
silky
no
smooth
more.
voice.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that was an easy one.
While I'm chilling with the boys.
The boy said I'm a word bender.
We'll give it to him because it's his birthday.
I have an accent from Spokane. Spokane, I feel like if you're from somewhere else and you come to Spokane, people have an accent.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
You tell me. You're from Texas.
Yeah, well, I mean, they definitely talk different. Like it's got a, what is it, like a? I don't know how to explain.
We don't have
it.
a twang. We got like a Pacific Northwest, like.
Yeah, it's different, and most people will tell me like, "You're from the South, ain't you?" Like
I've heard-
you're from the
I've
South.
heard that people in Spokane talk with like like they hold on to the last letter a little long.
Spokane. Or
Yeah,
Spokane.
like, no, like or like the last like like what you said.
Spokane.
Yeah.
Where it's like
You
when I
guys-
hear
let's go
John
get-
talk
let's
about
go
it.
get tacos.
Oh,
You know
dude.
what I mean?
Okay,
All right, I
okay.
need gas.
Like dog, y'all.
I-
Holy shit,
They
that's
say
so
everything's
true.
just a little
I
bit.
need gas.
Everybody here does talk like that. So that's how the stoners be talking.
You didn't answer.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The clerks just, they're quick with it though. Like they got the pull, but it's quick. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Because when John first
can I
got here,
get ya?
John was new to Spokane, and John used to go up to people. Or I don't know if you still do this, but it would go up to people and just, "What's your name?"
Yeah, I still
Amy. Okay, Amy. Da da da. And he'd really try to. And then I feel like Spokane has beat him down a little bit. So Spokane, if you could be a little bit nicer to my boy John,
yeah, dog,
while he's
because
out there.
because there have been a couple stares you guys give. Like I remember one time I was at a gas station. This maybe a couple weeks ago. I was like, "How you doing, man? How you feeling?" And he looked at me.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
I wish a motherfucker would. Nah, dude, like this guy was like, "You're not from around here, are you?" Like, I mean, you could
He
just
said
see.
that?
Yeah, he goes, "You're not from around here, are you?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And he goes, "I could tell." Like, damn.
like not even a high back.
Nah,
like,
dog.
shit.
Like he was on his shit, He was.
Hey, what's up, man?
was
You
he
ain't from
wearing-
around here, are you? We don't welcome
Was he
people
wearing
here.
sweatpants?
Nah. This guy was a clerk, But I mean, they could.
Oh, that was the clerk.
Yeah, he was a clerk, bro.
Okay.
Like, hey, how you doing, man? You ain't from around here, are you? Jesus Christ, bro! I'm just trying to get some fucking
A.
gum,
Fuck yeah, 20 on 2, you fucking jerk.
right? We don't say nice things here.
But here's the thing: is like I'm not too judgmental because I'm like, it's okay. It all comes in time. Like, everybody's time. Like, I mean, it just comes.
People are a little gloomed out over here, I feel like sometimes.
But I can't lie to you. This weather change done fucked me up too. Like, I mean, the gray days, and then like I get off of work at 5. I walk out. It's like, holy shit, I'm about to go to sleep.
Because that's not what it's like in Texas.
Hell no.
Even in the winter?
No. It ain't like that. No.
The sun don't go down.
I mean, it go down early, but not at 5 o'clock.
God damn. That
At
do sound
5
hella early.
o'clock.
Bro,
You kidding me?
And if it's seriously, if it's
sound
if it's
hella early
cloudy,
to me all of a sudden.
no, if it's cloudy out, it's dark all
Oh,
day.
like, it's dark all day.
All
like,
day.
You would think it was either 8, 9 a.m. with the gray skies, or it's like 4, 5 p.m. with the gray clouds. It's confusing. You don't know what time it is.
The only thing that got me through that as a kid, growing up in Spokane, was a squeaky gym you could just come over and open the door to, and it was bright, and everybody was balling in there, and like an afternoon. Remember those, Zach?
It's true.
Zach said, "Hell yeah,
Because
that's true."
you could get LED.
You see what I'm saying?
I would get a little
And you'd
LED.
come in there and you'd ball like 3 or 4 games, and you'd walk out, and you'd like walk out when you're hella hot. Remember, and kick the door open.
No, seriously, like when you're a guy like me, all you're really trying to do is get a tan. So if you could just like if you walk into a gym and there's some bright lights, you were like, let's sweat. Like we're gonna magnify this light and get a little freckle.
I love how you were.
No, I'm telling
What
you
a
because
good time.
Do you remember like coming up to the door and you're not sure if they're playing because it's a big ass gym?
Oh yeah.
And you got to check the door, and if the door's unlocked, boom, and there's 5 on 5.
Beautiful.
Everybody's playing.
Sometimes you would hit that door and there'd be nobody in
it's
there.
locked.
And you'd be like,
Okay, but that's still okay.
no,
if
I
there's
hit
nobody
that,
there, you
I'd
brought
hit that
your
bitch and it
ball.
was empty. I was like,
I'd still shoot around a little bit.
no, I'd shoot around a little bit because I know I was the first one there.
Yeah, but if someone shows up after me, I'm not running. You know what I mean? Because I'd already made it up in my mind that I'm just gonna shoot around today.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, I'm just.
You guys know that moment where you're
kinda
just like, I'm
depends.
just gonna shoot around today.
Hey,
Fuck it.
question: do y'all be acting ignorant to the request? You be shooting by yourself. And then
That means he's hitting.
And then somebody's like, hey, you ignore him, like.
You wanna play threes?
Exactly. Trying to run threes, and you kind of look and I guess I'll run it. You hop over there.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Bro, every single time. Like, it's never just on some, for sure. It's always
please-
just on some, let me think about
Bro,
it.
just
I'm going to come through.
Tell people about the difference between the basketball scene here in Spokane. I mean, home of the biggest 3-on-3 tournament in the fucking world.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
versus how the basketball courts are ran in Texas.
Okay, so like in Texas, bro, you don't find empty basketball courts in the summer.
That's so embarrassing.
Bro, you don't find empty. You're just, there's people everywhere. They're flocking. Now, it's not always midday because it's fucking hot in Texas. But motherfuckers will be at the basketball court all day, and you will have to fight to get a game, dude. Like, you gotta definitely wedge your way in there. You'll be like, hey man, let me get next, and they'll all tell you, yeah, for sure. And then next game you ain't getting.
And then when you
showed up, 3.
when you showed up here,
Oh yeah,
July.
courts are empty. Like, motherfuckers play volleyball. Motherfuckers should play volleyball.
I'm
People-
telling you
motherfuckers
right
go
now,
frisbee golfing.
volleyball packed, basketball toddler.
But then again, COVID. I can't deny it. Y'all said this is like the home of the third about basketball?
We are the
biggest
home,
3-on-3 tournament in the world.
Okay, so take that. Like, that's incredible. But the mere fact that kind of COVID's going on, I think that's maybe why people don't play basketball. Or there could be basketball heads listening to this right now. Like, motherfucker, we play every day.
No,
This
they
ain't
do.
nothing."
They do play on
just
the,
not
on
at
the
Franklin Park
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's
at
fair.
noon.
No, Franklin's usually
on a
popping
Tuesday.
On Tuesdays.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you right now.
It's popping like chili.
John, we would drive by, and John would be like, he would look. We would just be driving to like the weed store, or something. He would look at the court and be like, "What? It's July 7th, and there's nobody at the court, and it's 90 degrees.
Like, it blows.
Like, what are people doing?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Especially COVID. That's the thing. COVID is not one of those things that COVID has affected a lot of things. I don't think basketball courts are one of them.
Well, I mean, everybody touches the ball. Everybody's sneezing.
True.
No, not everybody's
It's
sneezing.
probably a lot dirtier.
But everybody
than I think.
touches the ball, and everybody throughout the
And you're
day
close.
has touched the ball, and every ball goes through that net.
True.
And the
And
net
then your
gets,
sweat is touching their sweat, and you're rubbing up against because
Yeah.
you got to box out.
so if you want,
Because if you don't box out,
yeah,
someone's yelling at
I
you.
wonder what the
Question.
COVID box out
Did
is.
they do that here where they pulled all the hoops down? Like they took the hoops off the courts to
See,
prevent
that's
people
how
from
you
playing?
know that we're not a basketball city like that. Like
Because in Houston,
they left the
they
hoops
took
up.
the
They're like,
hoops
it's
off
fine.
everything down. Like it
because
went to every
cats was like, no, you ain't stopped me from running.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Motherfuckers like, I'm a hoop anyway.
Yeah, I'm hooping anyway. They put crates up.
Dog,
Dude, I'm telling you
they would
right
take them
now,
hoops down.
they're out there shooting just with imagination. Like, I made that one. Like, there's no rim. You're like, that went in.
Imagine selling them basketball hoops that go in the driveway right when they took them hoops down. You're
Oh
out there
my-
just
Ballin'.
fucking hooping.
How many
Slanging 'em.
people have come up in the most wild ways? That's why I say it's such an unpredictable time, because if you're selling toilet paper and that was just your
Yeah.
gig and you thought that maybe you had a boring job and then the stock went up and you were like, oh, yeah.
What's one thing?
Bitch, who a loser now, okay?
Yeah.
for investing in
What's
toilet
one thing we can all think of that is that has came up in the last 10 months that is just like because of COVID?
paper. Man, fucking.
Like what you said, toilet paper. I know I can think of one, obviously, but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
like
I can't think of
like
one.
imagine like Lysol and all that stuff.
Dog, I'm telling you right now.
shit.
And it
That's
just
so
literally
true.
now it's gold, like overnight.
So it's bullshit, honestly, because people are just spraying it on themselves like bug spray. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? So I think that the one thing that's really gone up more than anything is weed.
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
feel like people weren't trying to calm their nerves, and then they turn around being more anxious than
You
ever.
would know.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Like
You,
yo, calm
you
down.
would know because you're in the store, so you like it's like you'd see a whole like a line all of a sudden.
People are buying weed, trying to chill out, and I think alcohol sales are up. You know,
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Motherfuckers is drinking wine and feeling fine. Cheers, boys. Cheers.
appreciate you guys.
No, man, I appreciate
Take a
y'all.
sip. Yeah, no, definitely, weed, definitely alcohol. Weirdly
Sex
enough,
probably.
weirdly enough,
Sex has got to be up, right?
I feel like it's more
Or
masturbation.
is it okay? Maybe.
I feel like it's more masturbation.
I think you're
I
probably
don't think
right.
people fucking like that. I think because people
People
are
are getting annoyed
People are
at
at
each
home
other.
all. Yeah, they're just like, man, he's gonna put me in doggy style, and that's all we gonna do again, and I don't even want to do it.
Seriously.
Or he's just like
They're probably
I ain't really
masturbating
trying
in
to
separate
fuck.
rooms, to be
Like,
honest. That's probably
you know what
true.
I'm
That's
saying.
probably
He's
true.
just like, oh, it's the third time today. I really should. Or like it's just like they're looking for a way to just I'm gonna sit in the bathroom for a little bit, watch this little red tube. real
So
quick.
let's talk. I mean,
Louise.
because how many? Listen,
guy's being
listen.
honest,
How many
folks.
dudes talk the biggest game ever, and then they get locked in quarantine with their wife, and they're like, I can't perform.
Oh, bro. Hey,
Wait, how
dude,
often
look.
are we doing this?
Dude,
What?
there's no shame.
No, tap
There
out.
is no shame.
I'm
See,
done.
all right, at least there's no shame in the sense if you're around the right people. Because there have been moments where you're just kind of like, I just, for some, it's not happening.
Hey, just the
But
dudes
then
that
if your
talk a big
partner
game,
is
that's all
reasonable,
time.
they're just like, I get it. Here, I'll just get a glass of wine. And the next thing you know, a glass of wine's done, and you just.
And that's a round of applause, folks,
You know what?
for all the kids listening.
Ain't no
Who
kids.
slow strokes that long? Pop, pop, pop.
That's a good rhythm.
After a glass of wine.
That's a good rhythm, honestly. You want
It's
to go?
good for the heart.
Okay, we're not going to get into this.
It's good for the heart. But no, I'm just saying masturbation, I think, has gone through the roof.
Okay, whoa, that's so you're sucking.
That's what we were talking about.
That's true.
After a glass of wine.
Can we talk about how Twitter has just porn on there?
Dude, Twitter is ridiculous.
Twitter doesn't give a fuck.
And why do they differentiate? They're like, oh yeah, you got regular Twitter, and then it's like, oh, what do you have? It's like, well, I'm on Black Twitter. What does that even mean?
I know. I can't find Black Twitter either.
Like, I don't understand. Like, is this a different app? Like,
I'm telling you that I'll be scrolling down, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, because I kind of followed some random people and shit, and I'll be scrolling down, and all of a sudden it'll just be a big dick right there, just some odd shit, just in and out, in and out, in and out, and I'm just like, it's 7 a.m.
You're talking
like,
about
I
the
wasn't
burger place?
ready for this. I was trying to see what Jack Harlow's doing. I'm not
Jesus.
trying to see fucking and it's just like wet, and I'm just like.
You pause for a moment. and
See,
then
it
you keep
doesn't-
scrolling.
I do pause for a quick moment to see if this is gonna hit, and then it doesn't hit, and I'm just like, it's 7 a.m. I just can't. I'm hungry. I need a coffee.
get your goddamn.
Just not always ready. And for that,
It's not always ready.
I'll applaud Facebook and Instagram for that. Have a little fucking decency,
Dude, it's
Jesus.
weird because Twitter
At least
gets
restricted
ruthless.
during the early hours.
At least with Twitter, they restrict your account when you initially start your profile. They're like, this content is not safe for work.
You're gonna have to click and agree.
Yeah,
You're
they
gonna
do.
have to
They
go
do.
to the
Nuts.
settings
They do.
and allow, and then a motherfucker is just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just like, what's the worst that can happen?
I want to see
And
someone get
dude,
hit by a car.
Bro,
It's bad.
I've seen some of the most fucked up shit on Twitter, and I've seen some fucked up shit because I had older cousins. You know what I'm saying?
They were showing you.
Dude, you know how you had
E-Bombs
older
World.
cousins? E-Bombs World.
Yeah, you guys remember that website? Fucking.
I have no
people
idea
getting
what
their-
that is.
People getting
Really?
their head cut off.
Bro, people getting their heads cut off.
It fucks your head
Motherfuckers,
up. Don't
people,
look it
dude,
up.
it was probably one of the worst because like my cousins were so adamant. They're like, "Bro, have you seen this?" And you're like, "No, I just want to play Halo." You know, like, and they're just like, "Nah, bro." And they put it on the big screen, and you're just watching, just
Oh, Jesus.
holy shit. And they're just like, "Do you see this?" I'm like, "Well, I have no choice."
Man.
But yeah, it was just like,
Growing up with the internet's different.
It is.
no, it really is. But I also think it puts people on. At least if you have the right people around you, you're like, okay, this is what not to do.
That's true.
Imagine
This
having
is
it.
what to do.
Imagine having it really young though. That I'm glad we kind of got it as we,
But I'm different
older.
though because at the same time, I'm
No.
26.
Yeah. So how was it having it when you were?
when I got a cell phone, I was
Born in 94.
was born in 94. That
94.
was the year of Mbop. you know her. You know
Boom, bop.
Bitty bop 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 bop.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That hit,
So that was
bro.
good.
That was the year of Mbop. God damn it. the
Anyway,
year of
so
Mbop.
94.
Yeah, 94, man. So I'm much younger, so technology kind of came to me. Like I was maybe in 8th grade when I got a cell phone. I wasn't
All right, listen. Okay, hold on. Let's gauge this real quick. There's a couple ways that you can gauge a timeline here, and one's from a nerds, one's from just the regular people. Okay, how old were you when Pokemon Red and Blue came out?
oh, fuck, I don't remember what year
Okay,
it
there
was.
we go. That was for the nerds. Sorry. And then, and then this one is how old were you when the Razor phone came out?
Oh, the Razor was hard. That was like I think it was 06, so maybe I was I was 12.
12. Oh,
What in the world was I
Damn.
doing?
I was
Damn.
21.
Yeah. 06. I was 21, 22.
Dude, that's
I
insane.
had everything, like I had what I was trying to get. Like, I'm trying to get a pair of shoes. You're 12. That's just crazy.
He's trying to get a fucking ticket to the movies. Like,
Exactly.
let me go
He's trying to get a
I
new
want to go to the
Transformer.
cinema.
Damn.
When I was 12 years old, I liked going to the cinema. That
I don't
was,
know.
Like, my
It
thing.
was
That
video
was, like-
games mainly. I mean, but we did play outside though. Like that's another thing is I did get a lot of time outside. We played fucking Smear the Queer, if I'm
Nice.
allowed to say that anymore. We would play fucking football, baseball. Now baseball was always hit or miss because if you knocked a fucker's window out, it was over.
So it's a little bit of street.
Yeah, it was a little bit of street, a lot of scars, but at the same time, I'm happy that it's not like because you go outside now, our neighbors, those kids be throwing the ball. I love seeing shit like
Did
that.
you ever play Red Rover?
Red Rover. I'll have Cody come on over. Or how to
Ooh,
go?
I'll smash through. You don't want me to play. I'm the
Really?
dude who ends the game.
I don't know.
And
bro.
if you happen to have a mean grip and you could hold it, you sent the whole line inward.
I'm mashing through. I'm hurting people.
What about tag?
I'm just
Y'all play tag? Wasn't that like 8 tag
Oh man,
games?
ball tag.
See, tag was hard until you had that one friend who was always a bitch. He'd hurt his knee or something. He'd fall and you tag him and he'd be like, "No man,
Then you can't play.
yeah, exactly." But then they're just like, "No man, it's not fair.
It's my house. Oh, it was
What-
his
what-
house. It was
I hate
his
So
house.
what were the tags though? You have freeze tag,
You got ball tag.
ball tag,
Ball tag.
skin tag,
No, what about ghost tag?
What were you
ghost tag.
Skin tag. What is this?
Okay,
Put me on, you little
how
deviant.
about hot lava monsters?
Oh, the ground, the floor is lava.
Oh, the
hot
fl-
lava.
yeah,
but
hot
how long
lava
could
was
you?
hard.
There was variations of the game. You can be on it for 2 seconds.
You know, I mean, when we were kids, it was kind of some whack shit. I like the adult version.
What?
I really do like the adult version. Like when you're walking through Walmart and someone's like, "The ground is lava," and you just have to jump on a big ass fucking
See.
jump into a ball of
See.
balls.
I've
A
seen
big old basket of
motherfuckers-
balls.
I've seen motherfuckers play that, and it's always hit or miss because you have good friends and then you have bad friends.
Bad friends are the best.
See, you crazy.
What? Because they break your couch and shit.
Dude, real talk. I had a buddy, and what he did is if you ever said he wouldn't do something,
He'd do it.
He'd do it.
Oh.
Like the moment you looked at him, like, pfft,
Say you won't get a job.
hey, look, dude,
Checkmate.
you won't go ahead and start this Roth IRA.
Yeah, exactly. You won't give me no 100,000.
You ain't trying to.
Anyway.
But I remember, here's the biggest one. Well, there's two. It was 8th grade year. I remember I was in the classroom next door. This motherfucker, he told me the story. I heard it happen. So he was like, somebody was like, Clay, you in a minute? And he was just like, bitch, I'll do a fucking backflip off this desk right now. and the girl, you know, just like anybody, they're like, you crazy. Oh, shit, he crazy. You won't do it. So he gets on this desk, and Miss Osmond, the teacher, and she was the biggest pushover ever. And I had to call her name just because, girl, you were such a pushover. She would never do anything. She just let whoever did. So he hits this backflip, lands on his knees, pops both his knees out of place.
Is it because the desk slid when you no? Because imagine a desk trying to get that thrust out of it. It would,
Bro, he would have broke his neck, dude. It'd have been over. But he popped his knees out of place, and I remember. And I remember
you keep going like this. With I'm just trying to think of like, okay, so
because he landed on his knees, so he jumped back, landed on his knees, popped both of them out of place, and then
He popped him out or blew him out?
he popped him out.
How do you pop your knees out? What is that?
Because like I remember he called me.
Did he walk pigeon-toed or
Bow-legged?
bow-legged afterwards?
I'm bow-legged.
Dude, listen.
Bet.
I remember the whole floor shook. Like, I remember like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? The bell rings 5 minutes later. Clayton's walking out, and he's like, I did it. And I'm like, did what? And he's just like, I jumped off the desk because she said I wouldn't do it. And then he had so much trouble going down the stairs, they later told him, like, yo, you popped your shit out of place.
Yeah.
Got him fixed, though, you know.
I mean,
But another time, he threw my phone in the pool because I said he wouldn't do it. He was like, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, stop, Clay. And he's like, no, I'm going to do it. And he was like, man, bro, don't do it. And he was like, I'm going to do it. And he was like, say I won't. And I was like, no, you won't. And I remember saying it, and I was like, fuck.
And he just threw
And
it
he
in
just
there.
threw it up and let it drop. I was like, oh. I couldn't be mad because I knew what was coming.
You should have beat his ass.
Shout out to that boy, Clay.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I loved him.
Sorry.
Loved him.
That's good.
Still love
He
him.
needs counseling for that.
That man, because if
Wouldn't
that was an iPhone, bro,
if I was around him, he'd be
That-
doing all sorts of shit.
that had to be a BlackBerry or something, bro, that he threw up in there.
It was like a little flip phone. It wasn't
Okay,
crazy.
that's what
but
I'm
at the
saying.
same time,
It's a
I
different
think
day.
I had like a girl I was talking to, like
You had some
texting,
pics?
So no, I wasn't even like that. I wasn't that smooth. I had like a flat top and shit. It wasn't like that. Dude, you don't know. Everybody talks like I've been handsome my whole life.
You grew
I've got
into it.
made fun of through almost till like sophomore year of high school. People were
Really?
like, because I mean, honestly, I wasn't the best dressed, I guess. But dog, I just
didn't
didn't
have that style yet. You
Yeah,
didn't have
now
that
you got waist highs.
Didn't have it. Didn't have it.
High waisted, good Levi's.
the high-
Or
They're-
Calvin
they're
Klein.
Calvin
Calvin
Kleins.
Klein. He from Texas.
They're Calvins.
Big difference.
Levi's up here in the Northwest.
Levi's.
People roll their Levi's.
Dude,
up.
Levi's are great. Do y'all rock Wranglers?
Never had a pair of Wranglers in my life.
Never had a pair of Wranglers.
Yo, listen.
But I mean, not that they're bad.
They're bad. Listen, man. So my dad is from Deer Park, right?
Oh, they wear
And
Wranglers.
Yeah, they wear Wranglers. And I remember this one time it was like this like country bumpkin type wedding type party type thing, and he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna use my son as some type of male JCPenney mannequin, and I'm gonna dress him up like a fucking Garth Brooks. And I ended up wearing like cowboy boots and Wranglers with a belt buckle
I
and a
need to see
tucked
this.
in
Is there
shirt.
a picture of that?
With a
that we
hat
saw?
that was bigger than my head, but not bigger than my ears. Not bigger than like.
I've seen this picture, right?
Oh my God.
Oh man, yes, I have. And you know what's funny? Until now, I didn't realize the story.
I'll send the picture over so you all can fucking be seeing it while we're talking about it right now.
No, I didn't realize the story until right now. And I remember the last time I saw it, I was like, Zach, this is it. And he was just like, he had it like you could see in his eyes in the picture. He did not want to be there.
I fucking hated that shit.
But he
bro.
was suited and booted for
And
a
those
rodeo.
Wranglers, bro, those Wranglers really, they really sit high.
They
up in
ride
you.
up in there.
Down in the country.
It's a nice feeling if you got the right
There's a
kind
honky
of britches
tonk.
on underneath.
If you got the
know,
right
but
kind
if
of
you're-
balls, it might feel
Bro.
good, but not
Yeah.
mine.
That
But
boy was,
I didn't like him, man. I wasn't a fan.
dude. That's like the best.
I like
to me,
sweats.
that's. Let me tell you something. If
If I
you
could wear
walk,
sweats every day, I would.
if you walked in, if I
There's
the
probably
first time,
random-
let's say I never met you, anybody, and you walk in some cowboy boots and a hat, you've automatically got my trust and respect. I don't know what it is, bro, but
What
if you
if-
come in with a cowboy hat and boots,
and boots.
oh, that's the man.
If I ever come
You
in a
got it.
cowboy hat and boots, just know somebody else dressed me. Just I didn't make that decision.
hat
myself.
and
that means you
boots.
married
I'm
a
trying to
Texas
think-
woman, and
You
I'd
need-
be
I'm
happy.
trying
I'd be
to think
proud of you.
I'm trying to think of all the men I know that will walk in with a cowboy hat and boots.
Bro, I'm telling you.
I don't
There's
know.
just because I gotta tell you, man, I've never met anybody who rocks that and isn't unique. Like they're really like, I fuck with that person, or you're just like, okay, that's an interesting person, you know, because I've met some of those too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that just they don't even wear a cowboy hat. They
Or-
wear some type of like, I hunt gators hat.
Most motherfuckers admire a man in a suit, like a nice tux.
See, now, if
Like,
you can
damn,
pull the
that dude
suit
dress
off,
up like that every day.
If you can pull off that suit, it's just a lot of work. You just got if you
That's
but if
true.
you do that, because that's the thing I admire. If I see somebody in a suit, I'm like, you took the time.
Can I ask you
Good for
something?
you.
If we took, and I mean this just period, if we took the amount of time that we spend on our phones into our morning routines, we probably would have so much time to dress like that. Because you remember back in the day how ladies would really doll up their hair and they would go fucking all out. Guys would grease and they do all that stuff. Like they didn't have phones, so they just had time to doll.
Because there wasn't
bro.
this like I'm about to get a picture and people are gonna see it. It was like I'm about to show up
Yeah, bro.
and then people are gonna see me.
And isn't that
was
interesting?
bigger.
Because like you really left impressions in a different way. Like it was like, okay, y'all are meeting like this. That's crazy. I don't know. Like it's a trip to me because if we took the same amount of time we spent on phone, we probably would have that time.
Do you guys set limits on your activity on your phone?
No,
No.
Have you ever?
I've tried, and I've just like scheduled limits just don't seem to really work.
You never have either.
No.
I jump in, jump out. The things that I really have like mental limits where I'm just like, okay, for an hour now, you need to not touch your phone. You need
Yeah,
to go
but
do
I mean,
something
does
else.
it usually you go over your hour? Like you'll go over, like as in like it's 2. I'm not touching it until 3. Before you know it, it's 3:15. You're just like or 4.
Oh yeah, because
You're
I'll
like,
put
boom.
my phone out. If it's out of sight, out of mind, I'll just totally forget about it.
So-
which means there's still hope.
So I have
Touche.
I have
You're right.
experienced some where I get on, I set like some sort of limit where it pops up and says, nothing you're doing right now is contributing to your happiness or something like that. It's just basically lets a certain. It's a stock message.
Yeah, that's a great
Right?
little message. That's
And
dope.
it just says give it a break or something like that, and so you can put certain apps at certain intervals, or you can say, hey, this is blocked every day from this time so that you're not on there during that time.
This is
Yeah.
Android life.
And I will say that it makes a big difference. However, then like if you ever adjust it when you're just like, oh, this is all good, it's the craziest thing. It's like the hardest drug ever. You go right back to that shit.
It's
I quit fucking with it because I know that it's blocked. Like for instance, Instagram was like that from like 5 o'clock in the morning until 8:30 in the morning, where that passes my threshold where I'm gonna make it to work. So I couldn't get on Instagram.
just no distractions.
But then as soon as that went away, it was like, oh, let's pause that. I haven't been on there. It's like instantly you're just like.
I know, and then before you know it, you just killed 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and now you're off 10 minutes, and now you're things that
Exactly.
I think it's easy to get lost in these things, but mentally we kind of know what's healthy
Yeah.
for us.
I
We kind
agree.
of know like, hey, this is kind of going a little too far,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Like we're spending too much time. Like I'm not feeling any better.
I'm not feeling any better. I think the big thing is like the mental clarity, the mental health. Like I knew that like today on my birthday that if I woke up, and I got a good solid workout in, like something where I sweat, I was sore, it hurt.
That'll do it.
That being able to drink Jameson and having fun and smoking a bunch of blunts and shit like that, it would be so fulfilling. So I just completely annihilated myself today, and it was just like ever since then, it's just been great, man. Like the rest of this day is it's just been great, man. So
Just beat it all out of his body.
it's crazy, man, because older birthdays are different. Like we were talking about, like when you're older, it's just like another day. You're just like, oh, okay, it's another day.
That's true. And then on top of that, the days get faster, and I can only imagine for y'all like how fast these days go. For me, it's getting there. Like I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, my birthday is almost over.
Get fast.
It's a trip.
Let's see that weed.
Oh yeah, pull it out. What you
It's
got?
so good.
I'm very excited.
Here,
about this.
You talk about it first.
Oh,
Yeah, man, you the guy.
I just want you to look at it. Actually,
you
I just want you to pull that nug out and just take a look at it, because that's wedding cake right there by Western Cultured, and that, like, if you squeeze that nug and you just kind of see how like it's got that classic wedding cake smell. Go ahead and break it in half if you want to.
I don't want to break it in half, but I'll pull I'll pull his foot off.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Wee. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Western
Cultured.
Cultured.
They did a very good job with that wedding cake.
Earthy is their profile.
So they do a different profile. So
And then wedding cake, okay.
they do earthy, they do sweet, they do sour, and they do spicy.
Okay, that's very good marketing.
So they do all the
It
good.
is very good marketing.
If they do
You know
hear
what's
that.
really interesting too is that
like
somebody that I talked to from Canada showed me their packaging, and he was talking about how they don't have any kind of creative marketing on their packaging. They just have. It was like he was like, this is the most luxurious brand we have, and it was just like the most plain Jane like packaging I've ever seen. And
My buddy
And that's actually a big big issue.
over here, this is a huge thing where people, you're basically selling off of the packaging.
Yeah, right.
I mean, and reputation.
This is our. Oh, is this yours?
No, this isn't mine. This is some fucking.
No, I meant the stuff you brought. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's some stuff we're gonna smoke later. So
This is pretty too. It's purple.
it's off the hill or a greenhouse or something.
Off
Oh,
the
that's a
hill.
greenhouse right there. Let me see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put that in my palm.
What's great is the lighting in here is so great. So I don't even need a damn flashlight to look at this. It's just so
Whoa.
pretty.
Isn't that pretty good?
And when you squeeze it,
It'll tell you.
that smells like some glue, kind of, a little bit of glue.
Just smoking that motherfucking oi.
What are your guys' favorite kind of highs, man? You guys like a nice, like, mellow chill? You like a nice uplifting? Is there a time of day for everything? You like a little 50-50?
I don't know. I kind of like them. I don't know. I like a head high. Like I don't like to
Some
be
more
all.
sativa, man.
Yeah, I don't like to be all like I like to be able to smoke and be like, okay, I'm gonna be observant today.
Oh, okay, so you like to smoke and think.
Kind of. Yeah, because I'm a freestyler, like we be freestyling and our mind just wants to be played with. Like our mind's like, dude, be creative. Like every time I get high, my mind's just kind of like, okay, what can we do today? Like let's think of something. Sometimes I'll be watching something and I'll just be like rhyming shit that I never would say, but it's like, fuck it, weed kind of does that.
Have you noticed it? Like different strains hit you different?
To be honest with you,
Or are you just high as high?
I just be high.
Really?
Real talk. Like never have we gotten like you'll be like you'll come home with something, you'll be like, yo, this is an indica, we'll smoke it, and then you'll got a sativa and we'll smoke it. I'm just high. Like
Okay.
I can't tell the difference, but I feel like sativas though, real talk, I think it's just a body part. Like it's like there are some weeds that'll make me kind of feel like really mellow, like I just don't want to do shit. But if it's a sativa, that'd be the only things I feel.
I feel like sativas are a little bit more fruity. You get a little bit more of that like sweet skunk, kind of that uplifting goodness, where indicas are more. See, this is why I like wedding cake, because it's very, very relaxing. This is another really cool thing that Western culture does with their packaging, is they actually put, they have a circle here and they put the marks that it is. So stress relief, euphoric, and calm.
Wow.
I also find wedding cake to be a little bit uplifting. Like I'll smoke wedding cake and feel like I can get talkative. Like I'm relaxed, very, very at ease, very relaxed. But then I can also, like, what's up? I can do stuff. It doesn't make me like, oh, you know, some weed, bro. Like I'll have a plan to do something, and then I'll smoke that weed, and I'll be like, I don't want to do that anymore.
See, that's why I kind of admire Wiz Khalifa, because I remember he did, I don't know if it was a podcast or something. He was like, I just smoke Khalifa Kush because that's like my weed.
It was designed for me.
For me. Yeah, he was like, this is like what I smoke because this is my weed. You know how you go to the bar and you order a Jameson because that's what you drink. This is what I smoke.
And he just made his own shit.
Yeah, his own shit,
That's
and
dope.
he sold it. And I just thought that was so cool because I think it's like everybody, I guess, has their own little strain. It's like everybody's got their own feel.
The problem is that we don't, you know, I feel like people do need to kind of pinpoint what they really like, because some people will find something they really, really like. Like I'll find something I really like, and then I won't be able to find it again. And, you know, and then I'll get something else, and it'll kind of be like, all right, cool, you know. But, you know, for alcohol, a lot of times, do you guys feel the same for that too? Like for alcohol, do you feel different if you drink vodka versus if you drink wine versus if you drink?
I'll tell you that, like, with the whole weed thing with me, I'm more of like I want to move, regardless if it's indica or sativa.
Like when
So
you're
it's-
high.
Now, let me tell you this: is this time of day? Are we taking time of day into account here? Is this just like if you smoke an indica in the morning,
Anytime I smoke,
even at night?
see, you got me there. So
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying. Because in
if
the
it's
daytime,
okay, I would prefer an indica at night. Yes, you are correct. But if I don't have a choice, or if like either or is around, as long as I'm out, like kind of like smoking and doing. But I really like, no matter what the strain is, I just don't like sitting back and smoking weed, like, you know, and just like sitting, unless like you got me, like unless it's evening time, something to where like you can like hang out.
it's
watch a
weird though,
movie.
because even then I'll be like, yeah, I'm just going to relax, just smoke, and then I'll smoke and be like, I want to do something.
I know.
Every time. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Let's go for like
Yeah.
you just
Just-
want to.
You want to explore, because weed gives you that intro. I would use what is it, introspective? Like you get to kind of be introspective, like you're thinking deeper. Today, or not today, but it was this week. I had this realization. All right, so it's not really a realization, but tell me if y'all can feel this. So you know how people say energy, like, oh, I feel your energy, kind of thing. You have taken psychedelics, allegedly.
Oh yeah, taking psychedelics proudly.
So what I've noticed in every psychedelic, whether it be, you know, psilocybin or LSD, MDMA, all
Ketamine. Yep.
all of these things, you see mandalas, like you see patterns on everything. Okay, now bear with me, right? You see these mandalas. Now on a podcast, they were talking about how sound waves, like vibrations in sand, create patterns, right? And they're trying to understand what they mean. So I have this idea that if we are, because we are energy, right? Like we're this thing, and maybe I'm just, you know, really stoned thinking about this, but like we have filters when we're sober, and we've developed these filters over years. Just like how when we hear music, we don't see these patterns or these waves, but when we take psychedelics, our bodies go back to this primitive way of,
That's so cool.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so we can actually see these mandalas, which are vibrations of our natural aura, which is why when we're tripping, sometimes around certain people, we feel
You
like,
recognize a bad energy.
you know what I'm saying? Like you can feel an energy. Not to say that it's always correct, because there are times where you'll be tripping and you just kind of trip yourself out.
Yeah.
But there are moments where, you know, you're standing, or even when you're looking at like a tree or you're looking at something of life, you can see the good or predator, or like just, you can kind of see these
and
energies.
I feel like that's like a natural instinct within you, and I think that the psychedelics kind of amplify those feelings.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
that's where that whole thing, going back to like go with your gut. Like, you know, does this feel like a bad situation? Does this feel like the right time to ask this girl out right now? Kiss this girl right now? Does this feel like, you know, the right time? You know, or the right, you know, that I feel like that's like, you have to trust that. You really have to trust that, and you have to go for it. And on psychedelics, it's kind of amplified because you can see those fine details that you never see, that you surpass by just, oh yeah,
It's all them
going through my
filters.
thing. And then as soon as you take psychedelics, everything slows down. you notice every grain of the wood,
Everything.
every brick.
It's beautiful.
That reminds me, I was gonna bring some mushroom tea and just spike.
I
and
wish
just-
you would have.
And just bring some, be like, I got tea for everybody.
I have mushrooms at the house.
Brandon be behind the computer like, what the fuck is going
No,
on
no,
right
no,
now?
it would have been really light, and Zach's had it before.
I love
that. Fucked us up, actually. That was a little.
So
was a little much.
the problems with mushrooms with me is like when it's not a problem, but when I take mushrooms, I even more than weed, I want to go.
Yeah.
Like, let's go for a walk. Let's go around the town. Let's have some fun. Let's go goof
Yeah, that is
off.
true.
Like sitting, like
That would have been an issue.
at first it'd have been cool, but this podcast probably would have already been over. We'd have been like, all right, man, yeah, like we're gonna go out and explore the city. I'm gonna go see the lights.
Tight.
Yeah. Honestly, hey guys, I want to do a big shout out to my man, whoever created this beautiful weather tonight.
Oh,
because
yeah,
god
man.
damn, it's nice
It was
out there.
beautiful
It's
today.
brisk, and I really implore every single person that's listening to this podcast to go outside and do a big, huge with your nose. Use your nose, okay? Because we all smoking cigarettes and blunts and weed, and you drinking alcohol, and you're fucking your palate up, okay? Get your earth palate back to normal, and take a deep breath with your nose, and really, really like. Honestly, it's crazy how a scent will take you back to a time.
Oh, God.
You'll smell something, and you'll be like, "Damn, I remember walking to school." Like all of a sudden, it'll just bring you back. You're like, "Whoa."
Yeah, like,
I remember getting on the bus.
I was talking to my brother about that, about how, like, I remember smelling the seasons as a kid, and nowadays, like, I don't know what's going on,
Just
but
burnt out, bro.
Yeah,
Too many
and you
fucking
don't-
French inhales.
yeah, exactly. And you used to be able to smell an autumn day, and you'd head out to school, and the fucking
So I promise you guys can still smell it. You just have to.
I'm telling you, God.
You have to go. You have to really just
Go deep.
Go deep in that nose. Don't use your mouth at all. Just straight nose in that fucking fresh autumn day, and you'll be like, wow. I remember.
This brings me back to that theory again. And I'm so sorry I keep bringing it back to it. But, like, psychedelics, dude. Like, kids, they don't have filters developed like adults do. That's why they're so curious.
Like, if I
that's
say
why I
this,
smelled
someone-
autumn that day.
That's probably why you smelt so well. Because, like, we're aware, but only so much. And we're still in this la-la land, which is why kids are just so beautiful. Like, we're like, I forget. Like, everything's, and again, this is just an idea.
Isn't it weird that you're trying to get back to them almost?
Exactly
it's like you've
right.
grown out of being a kid and you're trying to tap back into that because it's this unfiltered, completely pure emotion and feeling without needing to be like, oh, well, if I say this, then someone might think this, and then I gotta. And there's none of that. That doesn't even exist because you don't even know what that is.
I'll tell you guys, from someone who has a kid, you almost want to, you just know his force is so untapped and just pure that you honestly, like, you want to jump into the jump rope. Like, it's like a jump rope going, right? And your kid's in there, and you want to jump in as a kid, right?
Yeah.
But you're just like, for the most part, you're like, I don't want to tangle this up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow, that's a good analogy.
Damn.
Because that's what happens is, like, you're just like, wow, like this little guy really thinks that, like, this truck is just this little truck. He's in his imagination. He's driving it on the couch, and, like, in his brain, you're just like, this kid is really going through the desert.
And in my opinion, I think that kids need that exaggerated, because we know that they're gonna have to be faced with the shit realities of like not being able to be that kid anymore. Like even what you're saying, you don't want to jump into that jump rope circle because, well, I'm an adult and I just need to play my role and I just need to be this kid's father. Where it's just kind of a sad thing where that kid, you're looking at that kid and you're like, you are so lucky. You don't even know. You have years and years ahead of you of leisure and learning.
Yeah.
And
just for instance, like, before I came down here, I got home. I had literally 20 minutes to, like, say hello to the young man, and he's just playing, and it's like you just it's like I could just give everything else up and just hang out with you.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, like, he doesn't know life and how life works and how, hey, I'll be there at this time every week works. You know what I mean? And so it's like you just try to quickly explain to him. Like just a second ago, I said, I have something I have to go do, but tomorrow we're going to make a huge breakfast. We're going to be kicking it.
And he's
I'm going
so
to play
excited.
with it's just how you,
so
it's how
excited.
you sell it.
But dude,
He's so
do you
juiced.
remember?
He was so juiced.
But do you guys remember like when somebody would just change your world as a young kid?
For
like
real.
your brother's coming today, or your uncle who was cool, or whoever it was like and you're just like, oh man, he gonna play video games with me.
Yeah.
He shoots hoops with me.
Yeah, like,
What?
that was something different.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's cool, and that's exactly what little Cash is feeling right now.
Yeah.
He's going to bed, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna have breakfast, I'm gonna hang out with Dad, I'm gonna be playing trucks, I'm gonna be."
He's
fucking-"
probably like anxious. He probably like in that moment. He's like, man, I just want to wake up tomorrow.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's like he's sleep, but then he's also just a little kid, so he's just gone.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
immediately
Yeah, that's
gone.
true. See, that's another
And it's
thing.
about.
Man, I can't wait to-
It's also about like what your other half is how they're selling you. Everything can be sold glass half empty or glass half full.
Right.
And I'm fortunate enough to where, it's sold glass half full. Like, hey, your dad does this every single week. It's his meeting every single week. And it's not sold as like a glass half empty, like, I wish he had, because it could all be something.
Yeah, he
Here's-
always leaves on Fridays, right?
Here's a great example.
Wish you didn't leave us here alone.
So that's needed. Too.
What happened
Some
to
people
me?
are like that.
Yeah, no, for real.
Remember Monday, my debit card got canceled, like because of some incident. And dog, look, the first thing Cody says to me, he goes, "Dog, nobody's mad. Like no big deal. It's like only you. Like literally, the bank's not mad. Your card, like all this stuff's but you're the only one. Like you just gotta remember, like, hey, you got it. Just gonna move on. Like everything's cool. Like that glass, like dude, everything's fine. Like,
Yeah, nobody's upset
at
at you beyond this point.
Well,
other
like,
than you.
But I was because like here's another thing too is that's one thing I really have a short temper with, and that's one thing I forget too because your card or your Apple Pay or your Cash App always works for you. 9 times out of 10, there's never an issue. It's like okay, bloop bloop bloop. But that one, especially if if it's quick or something, like there's a line and then something's not working, and you're like okay, come on.
It was weird. You said you went to an ATM and then
I went to an ATM.
They tried to get they tried to
So-
hack your card. or
So
something.
apparently the ATM itself got breached. So my information, along with everybody else who's used it, got leaked. But my bank caught it immediately.
That's why cool. That's cool.
Cut my and then apparently they emailed me. But I don't get emails from my bank ever. So in my mind, I'm just going through spam, like just not spam, but my inbox, which is basically spam, just deleting emails, not thinking about it. And I call my bank, and I wasn't spending any money on my debit card. So the one time I needed, I'm like, it was in the morning. I was feeling good too. It was a Monday morning. I was like, I'm about to get to work. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm at McDonald's, obviously. About to get a McCafe, and then they're like, it's not going through. And I'm like, try it again. Not going through.
Should have just said, hand me the fucking McCafe.
Dude, you know what I'm
You know who I am.
Yeah, do I need to pull my fucking cowboy hat out?
like, come on, dog. Like, but I was like, you know what? It's no big deal. I'll go to the gas station. I'll go to an ATM and I'll check my account. Slide my card in the ATM. Account closed. I'm like, like, what you mean?
That's when you called me.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, hey, man, something ain't right. And so I called my bank, and they had me on hold for like 30, 40 minutes. And I'm just sitting there just blood boiling. Like, I haven't had coffee. I haven't had food. And again, I call you, and I went in front of Zach, and Zach's like, same way. Dog, you're the only one angry, dog. Like, relax. That's the one thing I have, like, a
But
terrible
I'm telling
temper
you,
with.
like, it's
Money, dog.
everybody out here listening. Keep a little cash on you.
True.
Yeah, a little 20 in the wallet.
Because
Deep
I know
down,
I know a
deep down.
couple people, especially this man Chris that I live with. He don't keep no cash, never. So if anything happens,
Oh, Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I always keep a couple 20s hidden away just in case. Just in case I need to get by a couple days.
I actually keep two $2 bills in the wallet.
I get tips though.
That I actually do not ever plan on spending, but if it came right down to it and $4 was gonna improve my safety, they're gone.
Yeah.
Like
And it's good to have that kind of emergency.
Something I don't think about.
I'll sell a robber a $2 bill like it's a $100.
I love
What's
$2
also
bills.
terrifying, but
Yeah, I know
also
everyone.
I love that y'all keep it small, like in 20s.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that don't trust banks at all. I keep all their cash at home, and then I think about it like, what if your house burned down?
That's
what
the
if
big
something
thing.
happens? You
like,
know what I'm
like
saying?
people think,
That's
oh, well, someone like breaks in your house and steals your money, but what if your house burns down?
Okay, well,
That's a big part.
There's one thing.
Your kids are screaming in the other room, and you're fucking digging up your cash in your fucking room. You're like, shit, I'll get to them. I need to get this 100,000 real quick.
Right, real quick.
A safety deposit box at a bank costs, I think, like $115 to rent for a whole year.
Oh wow.
And then, but you're not supposed to put cash in it.
Is that what they say?
Oh,
They
really?
don't do it.
That's what they say, though.
Because they're like, put
They don't
cash in the
want you.
bank.
What?
Because they want you to put it in the bank.
Yeah, they don't want
What,
you.
so they
you're
can
not
fucking
supposed
put
to.
interest
you're not
on it?
supposed
They want you to put like jewelry,
What are they trying
Yeah,
to do?
just like assets,
Rolexes,
stuff like
put
that.
a house in there.
Yeah, but
couple
at the same
Monopoly
time,
houses.
I mean, that if someone was holding on to a bunch of cash, I'm preaching to the choir. Anyone with cash would know that.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
They
yeah.
just put it in
That's
the fucking
interesting, though.
safety deposit box.
Safety
You put your
deposit box.
fucking, your signed, first edition, Michael Jordan card in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the type of shit in people's boxes.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody gets into the bank, they're gonna skip all the teller windows and they're gonna bust into the safety deposit box where that safe is open during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get in that, they're getting the Jordan cards, they're getting the jewelry, they're getting it all, baby.
Which is kind of crazy, man.
I know.
When you think about somebody living on the edge trying to just grab something real quick.
See, it blows me away, motherfuckers. Because cash, we're talking about how cash isn't just on hand. Motherfuckers will run into a place and be like, hey, yo, give me your shit. And there's like $50 in there. Like, dog, no one keeps cash like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen. It's everything.
It's like, run that debit. What's the pin? And he got the square reader right there ready. And he's just like, what's the pin, motherfucker?
Dude, I mean,
And he had a gun at you with the square reader, actually like this.
And I already
He's just
texted-
like, wipe it now, fast.
and I already texted U.S. Bank, cancel this shit.
And he's just like, and he's like,
I be stutters.
he's like, you gotta swick it fast.
That's fucked up, man. 'Cause
Give me your shit. He's got it like one of the squares.
I'll come at you.
Ooh. And then you're just like, okay, whatever. And then he puts on there 10 grand and it goes through. You're just like, I ain't even got 10 grand in there. What the
And your account says negative.
your account always fuck, and it puts you 8 racks negative.
Like, I didn't know I had withdrawal protection,
banks-
overdraft protection like this.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, the bank's like, no, we understand.
The
but
bank said,
he-
we got you.
He got the 10 grand. You're gonna give us 6 of it, and we'll cover 2.
That's not fair.
Bro, fuck the bank, bro.
Protect your shit. Keep,
I remember
keep a little cash.
I've gone negative like a couple times, like $1 or $2, and it'll charge you what, $36. It's like, oh, we saved you.
Not if you have a credit union.
Damn.
You need
Yeah,
to
if you have
sign
a
up
bank.
for a credit
Yeah,
union.
you need a credit union.
And there's 0 fees on anything. Shout out to my local credit unions anywhere and everywhere in the
Who
world.
you got?
Spokane Teachers. You guys didn't know I'm a
Spokane
teacher?
Teachers.
Yeah, Spokane Teachers Credit Union.
Okay.
No, you don't have to be a teacher to be in it, but forget
Spokane
fees
Teachers.
with banking and join a credit union. Like, for real. And then get lower interest rates if you ever end up borrowing money. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
If you didn't know, do it.
All right, bet. I have a question. So, what hat you wearing today, dog?
I don't know what's it say. Get in, sit down, and shut up and hang on.
Man,
That's right,
man.
dude. Is that an
It's
RV
actually- yeah,
with
it's an
wings?
it is an RV on there.
With wings on
I
it,
actually
bro.
found this hat at a yard sale for like.
That
you
don't
know,
even say sit down. It says set down.
Does it say set?
Sit down.
Get in, shut up, sit down.
Just sit down.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I got it at a yard sale. I think all the hats are $150.
That's beautiful.
And you're just like, I'll take them all. Thank you.
Those people don't realize how much of a hit they had with an RV with
No,
wings on
and
it.
actually, yeah, like The hat is old as hell. Super old.
See, that's the best part. Is so Cody's got hats.
Yeah.
And
He's a hat man.
and can we quickly shout out Autoskin? It's because the reason I brought up your hat is we cleaned a van this week.
Oh my God.
Oh, we cleaned a van, bro. It wasn't just a regular old van, baby.
It was like a 1970 something Chevy 10 series fucking shag wagon to the max.
I mean, you had the fucking coconut blue interior,
I don't need to
wonderful
gunk up the
fucking
podcast
rags,
showing pictures.
fun fucking tastic.
Maybe I'll be able to send some pictures
Send
over.
some pictures over,
Oh
bro.
God, it is epic, bro. And I mean the royal blue interior. I mean, like,
What were them rods in it? The steel rods? What are they called? The people would decorate their house with them. Remember they had the little steel rods to separate the bed? Like it was like a
oh
little,
God, it was
the
like,
iron
like,
rods.
yeah, like iron rods.
Like back in the fucking
Anyway.
80s, bro. It was
the buyer or the seller actually is asking $15,000 for the van, and it's a 1970. It's basically a Mr. T van with fat back tires and with that little arc on it, and boom, it fucking runs
this
hella
thing,
good.
This thing goes. I mean, when he starts it up, it's like, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good, dude. And it's got these blue shag carpets, and it's got the bed in the back.
Okay,
It's just-
guys, listen. I want you guys to give me your dream car
Oh,
right
I got
now.
that.
Give me that dream car, Cody. What you got?
Okay, dream car. Let me see.
Like, what are you picturing? I'm talking
Well, I've
about
actually got my dream
anything,
car.
anything in the world, anything in the world. It was
I've
like,
got
all right,
two.
bro,
Okay.
you can PS4, put your car together, wheels, fucking body, make, model. What you
Gotcha.
got?
I think I got like an old school 60s era Cadillac that's lowered just a little bit with
Oof.
those big fat wheels tucked underneath.
Oh,
Convertible, almost like a permanent convertible.
Kinda like
like
the-
a cut top.
Like the one on the cover of Gemini.
oh, so no, yeah, you can pull that up.
You know,
That's easy to
older
pull up.
school.
Because I think that's what that is.
But he said a cut top, no convertible. It doesn't
Just
come back.
Yeah, it just doesn't go out.
Baby,
in the
we cut
fucking
the
rain.
hair off. It don't grow back.
Yeah, and it's just
That's
nice and
it.
sleek and cut right on the
What
top.
if somebody
It's
went
just
in for-
something old?
Someone went in
Basically,
for a
it's just
haircut and they
something
said, cut it off and
Yeah, like
stunt the
that.
growth.
Yeah, not that exact card. A little older,
older.
you know, but
But,
that's definitely exactly the look I'm going for right
Okay,
there.
right.
Something old, something sick, you know.
That's beautiful.
That's me. What
Dude,
about you
that's
guys
nice.
though?
Go ahead. I got two.
I'm probably going to go with a Tesla because I know, bitch.
You love Teslas.
Damn,
huh?
like
You're a
that?
Tesla
Like
guy?
something
like you like
achievable,
that's like if you could
It
have-
can dance.
Oh.
It can dance.
So it can whip.
It can
You can watch it nay nay.
It can do all that.
You can watch it whip.
I will probably go with a Tesla or a rocket ship for sure.
Let's
Okay.
just said a Tesla or a rocket
What
ship.
about you, John?
Fuck with that. I have two. I'll start more modern. Like I've always wanted an 03 Cobra.
03 little Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra.
Oh shit, what's about to come
Because you
through in a
can't
couple
find-
weeks?
Because you can't find an 03 Cobra anymore. Really, like.
Is that like
good
the
one.
first year that like the
Mhm.
body? Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro, it was a
Okay.
completely different time. And I just remember being like, I loved that car. And like, you know, you'd see them, but they'd be like made of different Mustangs. So it's like, And then the other one, I would take a 69 Charger.
Charger.
Yeah, 69 Charger. But here's the thing is it's a trade-off because I really fuck with Lincoln Continentals. Like if you take one of those, you drop that bad boy, and I'm talking a classic with suicides. Bro, black it out, drop it down. I would ride that every day. Grim Reaper, dog. Like,
Is the Lincoln have the suicide doors?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have a buddy actually who has one, and he's been like, you know, it's like, do you want to buy it? I don't want to sell it. You know, he's like right on the fence about it, and so
Dude,
yeah.
because those cars, bro, they just make my world go around. They when you see them, and you only see them in videos for the most part, and that's all three of these cars. Like you're not gonna walk outside and there's a 69 Charger just driving by. It's like, nah, dude, those cars are
Yeah,
American.
yeah.
Now, do you guys think that in your lifetime you're going to own one of these cars?
I think so.
And mine was something I'll definitely have one.
He's already close. I mean, you've already got
I've got a bunch of old junk sitting around.
Because I'm just be honest with you. I just like the idea.
And you'll probably get a Tesla.
I'll get
You
a Tesla.
will for
Yeah,
sure.
so we all talked about something achievable.
I think that I could like drive the Tesla and then like roll a blunt while it's driving.
Oh, easy.
That's what I'm
That would
talking
be
about. Like
lit.
I don't want to go to sleep or like, you know.
I fall asleep.
But I want to just be able
That's
to
why
be
I
like,
can't get
just
one.
be like, put the wheel right and just be like, all right, we good, and then just kind of.
Yeah, you'll be able to do that.
Oh yeah, whoo, okay, yeah, and then we're good, and then just be able to like kind of grab it and keep going. But I think that's a cool idea, man. I'm a thinker of the future.
Okay,
thinker of the
speaking of thinker of the future, when I was like in 7th or 8th grade, there was like some sort of paper about like think like a future idea, and I remember saying like, what if you pre-programmed your destination before you left the house, and you went to go get on the freeway, and then like you merged onto the freeway driving, but there was like cars that have railroad like connections on the bottom where you could be a train as well, right?
Interesting.
So this is a super future thought as a kid.
Right.
Remember, now it's super like, well, yeah. But you'd have a predestination set out, and you'd be like Seattle, and they'd be like, all right, cool. So as you'd merge on, you'd get in like the far left lane with the Seattle pack. Everyone who's dedicated to go to Seattle.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And then let's say that halfway through or something, you had to get off the freeway.
Well, how fast are you going?
You'd be going
Because I have a feeling like I feel like you're going on at 60, and you lock into this one little Seattle thing, and it's like, it just takes you.
Well, yeah. So you'd be in the middle lane
going
until
60?
the end of the Seattle train went by. Then you would lock in as the one behind it.
Ah, okay. So you
See
just
how that's
add
work?
as
You
the
never
combos.
break into the code. But then eventually, let's say that you're getting off at like in the middle,
The 156th exit in Seattle.
Yeah. So then it just gives you a timer and says, in 30 seconds, you will take control of the wheel. Yeah. And it breaks you from front and back. You get over, and then those connect.
So now does it go 60, 70, or does it
It's
go
gonna
100?
move.
I feel like it goes
It's gonna move.
It goes
It's gonna
100
go
miles an hour
100.
because you're locked in.
Yes, because there's no reason for you to go either which way. You've already decided you're going to Seattle in
Now
one shot.
let's be honest. When I get in my car and I start hitting
Are those
that
tires
gas,
ready for that?
I have already decided that's
No, there's
where
no-
I'm going, and I'm going 100 to Seattle.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
when I go to Seattle, I drive 100.
Yeah.
No, I don't go driving. I drive about 90 miles an hour. But
You hear that, officer?
still, I drive about 90 miles an hour to get to Seattle. Because if you get there and you use Waze with a radar detector and there's nobody coming, you just go safely.
So
and
just-
swiftly.
so
That's-
just
that's my
imagine-
motto: safely and swiftly.
So imagine you program in Seattle. Boom. You're hitting it in one shot. You pissed before you left. You got a blunt rolled, whatever. Or you don't got a blunt rolled, right?
No, I got a blunt
You're
rolled.
commuting from Spokane to Seattle fast,
always got a
right?
blunt
You
rolled.
work in Seattle. You don't even work
No,
in
I gotta
Spokane.
get there. I don't even
You
wanna do
work in
this.
Seattle. That's where you work 5 to 6, 7 days a week, right?
And you get
So
there
you
and-
boom, you go, and then boom. Your chair turns around.
Oh, we
right?
backwards.
And then you're chilling. You're looking at your back passengers. You're smoking a blunt. You're reading
Because-
the newspaper because you're not getting
connected.
off.
You're connected to the
bro.
one in front of
Okay,
you.
now
Slit,
it's all done by magnets. Now look up my website. No, I don't
Bro,
have any of that. I don't
is
have any of that.
huge. So that's that Tesla train
Start
coming out.
investing.
That's that
2024.
Tesla train coming out 2024. Everybody
Bro, it's
fucking look
happening.
out
Hey,
for
you
that.
better put a copyright on
That
that
is fucking
shit.
huge, bro.
Oh, I got no. That
Well-
was a young idea, and I was like, I was like wide-eyed in the classroom. Why not? Why not?
Is Tesla not doing like the underground? You know,
Yeah,
you
they are.
shoot
Yeah,
underground
they're
and just
doing
like
underground
yeah, y'all could
tunnels.
just stay above ground and go 70, or you could just shoot underground and go 120.
Yeah, see, I
because
think that's incredible.
we don't have
because-
rules down here.
And he had a very valid point, just like the ocean, like the majority of, rampage that happens in the ocean is all on the surface, just like we have earthquakes here. So if everything's underground, nothing gets bothered.
Nobody knows
Yeah.
what's happening underground.
The problem with the idea of all the cars connecting is the cars will vary in year.
Yeah.
They'll vary in quality. And so like you'd literally have to have a track that like lifted the tires off the ground just ever so slightly, because some tires won't be as good as other tires, and you can't have a blowout on that Seattle train.
Or what are we talking about? No tires.
Well, I mean, no, but see, here's the thing.
We're just
You
talking air velocity.
well, no,
keeping
you
us off the
gotta
ground.
you gotta get kicked off of the route to go drive like a normal human.
Oh, that's true. So you have to
That would
have
be
a-
how the concept
That
was
makes sense.
born, right? And then eventually
You
you
get a ball from
hovercraft
there.
everywhere. yeah,
But you'd have
yeah.
to you'd have to be able to say, okay, we're disconnecting, and then
Yep.
come off and then drive.
And you drive
Because you still want that free will,
Right,
that still
yes.
be able to. You don't
and
want to have to
if you
rely.
didn't, let's say that your seat buzzed and it notified you and it's telling you you're about to drive in 30 seconds, and your seat ain't turned around yet, and you're bullshitting. Well, then guess what? You staying on the train.
Yeah, they're like, we're not going to let you get off. Your seat's not in the
No,
upright
and you're gonna
position.
go. You're gonna be connected to the dude who's behind you. Like, why this motherfucker connected to me?
Right, dude.
And he's gonna say, for $20, you take him to this location right on your way. You know, type of shit.
I wanna
Anyway.
tap in because this Jameson flowing. Got a little wedding cake, and I want to play John Ward right now. Honestly,
I need a little Jamie.
I want to play John Ward right now, and I want to ask
You
you.
need a shot of Jamie?
I want to ask you guys what
I'll
you're
take
thankful for
I'll take one
today.
That's good.
today.
He's got a heavy pour, folks.
He really does. He really
I mean,
does.
like,
What are
he's got
you What are you thankful for today? Because we're about to wrap this bitch up.
Oh man.
You know, it's my birthday. I want to do some birthday living. We wanted to come in here, you know, because I was watching Waterboy, and this one part in there where Bobby Boucher's mama at the very end, she's reading him the story about his daddy, and she says, he's in the big city living in a voodoo woman named Phyllis. And right there, bro, that just sets it off because, you know, are we trying to stay true to our roots? Or are we trying to be big city living with a voodoo woman named Phyllis?
That's
So stay
genius.
true to your roots. And what are y'all thankful for today?
Man,
Grateful for, thankful for.
I'm grateful for will. Like for the ability to choose. Like today I did a backflip off the wall because I was like really, really, really like I was just like, I need to do something. Like I just need to do something that I ain't done in a while. And I was like, I need a place with grass. So I ran up the wall and did a backflip. Yeah, busted my ass the first time, but once I went around the first time, I was like, oh, I can still do this. So I was like, oh yeah, it's there. So I fucking did it a couple times.
Damn.
So it was just will. It was choosing, because here's the thing: is like, you know, you're taking a chance. Like when you do anything, especially with your body, like you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go try parkour today, or I'm gonna go try Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Or the will, like
Yo,
the will to choose, like. When you're running up that wall, you have a choice. It's like, I'm either committing or I'm not. And it's like, I got to commit.
Shout out to that boy,
So
Will.
shout out to Will, because you commit to it, and having the will to do something, I think speaks volumes. It's better than ever saying. It's just like, wow, that fucker did it.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Oh,
And that goes into any aspect. Like,
I feel like when you did that backflip, just a kind of misty man showed up named Will, and he was just like,
he's like,
and he just
there
dipped
it is.
out.
There it is. Now, of course, did hurt my knee a little bit, so I'm about to ice it and elevate it. So
Oh,
be
okay.
all right.
You know,
That's just the human condition. Dog.
that's right. Yeah. You taking chances. What else?
Oh shit, 3?
3.
Oh, we're doing 3. All right, so
Holy shit.
right? He was like, "Fuck, I got a thing." He was
Come
like,
on,
I'm
man.
sitting
Y'all
on
grateful
one.
for life, man. We sipping.
That's
It's my
true.
birthday.
That's
Come on,
true.
man.
That's
Dig
true.
it out.
Okay, that's
Dig
true.
it out.
All right, so 1 is will. 2, man, I'm grateful for music. I was today at work, you know, I was listening to some Bob Beaches at work, and I was just like, damn, motherfuckers really constructed orchestras for our life.
Things that you love.
You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers are like, no, let's make it sound like this and like this. Like, one of my favorite bands to listen to is Queen. When you listen to Queen play, you're like, look at what these guys created.
That's crazy.
It's insane. So music for sure. And 3, I think this one's just the most important. Since I got it, I'm gonna say, Cody, man, thank you for giving me a job at a place I genuinely, you know, I enjoy it. I've lost a lot of weight. I've created relationships with everybody on that floor. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody on that floor, and it's just so cool because they're all unlike anybody I've ever met. You know, everybody's so different, and they have this unique character to them, and it's cool to know that we're all doing this shit together.
It's
like, you've
beautiful, bro.
created a bond on the floor. You also head the floor. You know, you you're the reason this shit exists. So thank you for just being you and doing what you do, dog. For real, dog.
Wow.
Cool.
Classic love story.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me, right?
No, it's your birthday, not Frank's
Birthday
dad.
boy.
I'd say, first thing, grateful for expression. The fact that you can come up with something you want to say in the world and you can fucking say it. Second thing, I'd say I'm grateful for is hard work. Just the fact that you can go out there and put in a little more effort than the next guy and get paid X amount more than the next guy because of that little more effort. Third thing I'd say I'm most grateful for is like the lesson I learned at a young age that idle hands get me into trouble.
Yeah.
Because if I wouldn't have learned that lesson, I would have probably stayed idled at a certain pace. And Spokane can kind of get you into I always have explained to people that Spokane is a very gentle slope, meaning that
It's a very comfortable place.
it might take you years and years and years for you to get where you want to go. However, you will climb as long as you progress. Whereas other cities, the slope is a little more jagged.
You either make it or you don't.
Meaning, like, if you can climb fast and climb high, however, when you do stop, you're gonna slide fast and slide hard. And so I'm very
That makes sense.
I'm very grateful to have learned the lesson between the gentle slope and the idled hands and applied those together. And I just love where we live, and I just love the opportunity that comes about here in Spokane. So that is what I'm grateful for.
What everyone said. And also, let me just top it off with this, man. Zach, bro, thank you for being you. Thank you for this podcast. Thank you for...
He's got a little bit left in him.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
Thank
you.
And happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday to Zach. We're all thankful for Zach. That goes with unsaid. That we don't have to even say that. He knows.
You're just to go, bro.
We're going to celebrate it right after
Close
this.
it out for us.
You know, the things I'm most grateful for, I'm going to be honest with you, is marijuana. I don't know who put this on the earth. I don't know what kind of divine being would come up with some kind of crazy plant with such density and beautiful earthy notes that would come and bring people together in peace and harmony and understanding the way that marijuana does. I don't understand why it's here. I don't understand it, but
Why
I
we
appreciate
deserve
it.
it,
We deserve it.
Yeah.
I also want to say I appreciate hard work because, like I was telling you guys, when you wake up and I hit that gym this morning, you know, that wasn't something that I do every day. You know, it's something that I want to do every day, that I strive to do every day, but it's not something I do every day. And it was something that I knew logically that if I did it today, I'd have a better day. And I want to take that with me into every day. And I'm just grateful for the health and the opportunity to be able to get up and put in that hard work every day, which is more fulfilling than any blunt, any shot, anything. Like that hard work and putting in that hard work. And when you see people that are retired and they're getting jobs because they're like, I miss hard work, you know.
I miss the satisfaction.
They miss the satisfaction, and sitting at home is not satisfying. And then I'm thankful for friends, seriously, because if Raven wouldn't have drove from Seattle, if Chris wasn't here, if Cody wouldn't have came down, took in time from his family to come down here and do this podcast, and John didn't come up from Texas to follow his dreams, you wouldn't be sitting here right now. And if Brennan didn't take a risk here with Speak Studios and all the other things that's going on and being the guy he is and just bringing us here to this moment, man, it's just divine intervention. It's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I just love every single person that's involved in making the beautiful life that we live right this moment. Not worried about yesterday, not worried about tomorrow, just right now. And I appreciate you guys, for real.
Very well
and
said.
I'm just happy to be here.
So well said.
And we're gonna smoke, man. We're gonna drink, and we're gonna continue being merry, man. And I'm just so happy. And thank you guys for doing this podcast with me. And this is where we're leaving it tonight, man. Because the rest you're gonna have to check on the Instagram story.
Peep in, dog. Like real talk, man. We live very productive lives. You know what I'm saying? And also we would imagine that you do too. So
that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep being cool. Love you guys. We're out of here.
Bye, y'all. Peace.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
He could dig it out while it's still sitting on the table.
Well, how fast are you going?
On and you just pop, 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 pop. You know,
That's a good rhythm.
After a glass of wine.
That's a good rhythm, honestly. You want
it's
to go?
good for the heart.
Okay, we're not going to get into this.
This podcast was produced and edited by Speak Spokane.